Hello and welcome, darling ones. How are you this evening? I have barely been able to wait for today's episode. I promised myself that I wouldn't read the second part of the poem until I could experience it alongside you. So I will be learning the final facts at the same time you do. Today is the final part of the Purple Mountain Vampire series. Just in case you missed last week's episode, the narrator of our tale was a first mate on a ship sent to explore a nameless, distant land, chasing down rumors of precious gemstones and gold. He and his crew have ventured back and forth across the country for more than 2 years without finding anything except misery and death. Now, they have a chance to go home, but only if they can make it safely to the harbor to catch the last boat, returning to England's balmy shores. While traveling down the mountain towards the harbor, they encounter a female vampire who demands a blood tribute, one of their number every night, until they reach the harbor. However, she is scared away by the narrator wielding a flaming branch. When the vampire returns the second night, she hears the group sharing stories. She is so intrigued that she suggests a new deal. Each night, one of the adventurers must tell a story. If the vampire approves of it, she will not demand anyone's blood that night. The narrator tells the story the first night, and the vampire approves. What will happen next? Well, we'll find out soon. So, grab your story listening gear, collect your drinks and snacks, and settle in. I have a feeling we might be in for a wild ride. The Purple Mountain Vampire Part 2. So on it went. Each night, the creature arrived. And each night, one of us told our best tale. 6 days passed by without a person failing. On the 8th day, we saw far the sail of that same ship that we had hoped and dreamed of. It would rest in the port, one night alone. We could not reach it by dark. Tomorrow, if we survived, then it would surely bring us home. The problem was, by then, we had no stories, none good enough to please our monstrous guest. We tried and tried to form a new narrative. My head ached, my back hurt, and I was stressed. I could think of naught but my old, aching bones. As darkness fell, angry tears veiled my sight. I had the germ of an idea, but no more. It certainly would not stretch through the night. I tried to think of a new way to escape, but again, there was nothing I could do. Still, I had elected myself as speaker. If nothing else, I'd see the youngsters through. I was braced and ready for the disaster. By the time the thing reached the fireside, I began to speak, praying I could go on. But near midnight, my voice stuttered and died. The creature rose and floated through the moonlight. In mere seconds, she stood right next to me. Her honey eyes glinted with a dying light. Oddly, her expression showed sympathy. It was a brave try you made there, young human, she said. So now I keep my former vow. I could easily glut myself on all of you, but I will take a single victim now. Decide yourselves. I'll go into the clearing, over yonder. When you've made your decree, send the chosen one through the trees to meet me. Once I have fed, I'll let you know you're free. She turned away, then looked over her shoulder. Just so you know, if you should try to run, my mercy will expire. I'll rip you apart. Not one of you'll escape once I've begun. We understand, I said. One will attend you. In less than 15 minutes. We shall see. She answered, as she drifted through the small group of trees that separated the vast sea. of grass from our clearing. Then I sighed deeply. I told the others, "Sorry, I failed you. You could have chosen a far better leader. Now, there is only one thing left to do. I will go to the monster and surrender. As soon as I leave, race down to the sea. There is a chapel right beside the inlet. Hide there until the sun rises fully. The ship will arrive, board it, and then go home. Tell nobody what has become of me. If anyone asks, say I fell overboard. Share between you the wages owed to me. Bless them. The young ones tried hard to gainsay me. 2 of the girls offered themselves as food. But in the end, between my loud argument and the love of life burning in their blood, I convinced them that I should be the scapegoat. They packed their bags and got ready to run. I bid them farewell and shook the hands of the people I cherished, like daughters and sons. Then, fear and sorrow dogging my every step, I walked through the trees. I was shocked to see the creature, still as a woman looking out over a cliff edge to the silver sea. We'd been much closer to freedom than I'd guessed. I could not help it. I uttered a curse. The creature turned. She smiled. I understand you. Knowing you nearly made it makes things worse. Don't pretend that you care, I said. You've got me. I'm standing here, the promised fattened calf. I've told the others not to attempt rescue. Go ahead and kill me, but do not laugh. Go ahead and kill me, the strange creature mocked. Is there nothing that you would ask of me? No questions about why I thirst for your blood. Will you not even beg me for mercy? Just be true to your word. Let the others go. She turned. For the first time, I saw her face. Close up. God, she looked young, an innocent girl, who'd unluckily wandered to this place. Could not have looked more gentle, nor more pleading. She scarcely seemed a night drinker of blood. To my surprise, pity slithered through my veins, and thoughts assailed me like a tumbling flood. The first of which was this: if I delayed her, as well as buying precious time for me, I might distract attention from the others, and thus give them a better chance to flee. So I asked her, "You look so young, so human. I may be rude, but could you possibly have once walked the world in a breathing body, even been a poor human just like me?" Yes, I was human once, the creature told me. I was a child, innocent of the world, brought up so close and careful by my family that I was useless, but I felt the whirl of true romance. I was but 15 years old. By night, a handsome man would come to me and call to me and sing beneath my window. Fool I was, I believed his love for me. He asked me many times if I'd go walking abroad with him beneath the bright moonlight. I refused many times. He called me coquette. Still, I said no. I thought it was not right to leave behind my own home after sundown. At last, though, he threatened that he'd leave me if I would not do such a small thing for him. Then how could he possibly marry me? And that's where my heart stopped. He thought of marriage? He was so beautiful, you see, so rare. He seemed a creature built from moon and starlight. I'd told myself that he would not long care for such as me, but he spoke of forever, and I thought we two might just make a whole. I wanted forever. To gain that glory, I risked everything. So I lost my soul. How it was, he found his way to my window, and why it was my blood that he so wanted remained till now a mystery to me. I went with him. We walked beneath the branches of trees hand in hand. He said he loved me. We lay together, down on silvered grass. On that grass, he took my virginity. And once he'd done that, murdered me at last. My last sight was my blood upon his white lips. When I woke up later, I was alone. My lover was long gone, and I was freezing, as cold as a creature, formed out of stone. Something was wrong. I ached. My teeth were sharper. A dreadful hunger rippled all through me. Within 2 days, I'd made my first awful kill, and knew the hunger never would leave me. That was years ago, long and even longer. I sleep alone and rise to walk the night. I walk solo. I have no friends or family. The few people who see me wail with fright. I am in pain. Each moment I do not drink. Each feeding makes a murderer of me. So now you see, of us, you are the least cursed. A brief pain past, your spirit shall be free. I promise, I won't let you be a monster. Once you are dead, I'll destroy your body. Your soul will ascend to its gods and old ones. I would not shackle you to earth with me. I looked at her, both maid and monster, trembling. I thought perhaps the sky fallen on me. But when I glanced up, no clouds hid the heavens. It was I who was weeping desperately. Don't fear, the creature said. The pain is minor. I swear that I'll make it easy on you. I'm sorry, I whispered. For what? She asked me. For you, the life the vampire took from you. I'm sorry for your loneliness as you walk the world alone beneath the dark of night. How could the Lord above allow such cruelty? I wish I had a way to make things right. The creature pulled back. Me. You're weeping for me. How could I not? I whispered in her ear. I have told you that I am going to kill you. Should you not be focused on rage and fear? Perhaps so, but I know you are not guilty of what you are. Your false lover alone left you with a pang of hunger you can't fight. Stalking, hunting, and resting cold as stone. How could I know of all that and still not cry? You cry for me, the creature said again. I cry for you, and I also forgive you. I may cry out in pain, but promise when my soul has fled, I quit all right I once had. To cry vengeance or seek justice from you. I give my blood as a gift to you freely. And I'll pray God showers mercy on you. So go on, take what you need. I won't fight you. As a soldier, I'll bear what hurt follows. Burn the pieces of my flesh. Let the wind bear the last of me to where clear water flows. The creature pushed me hard, and so I stumbled. Go away, it said. Run. Get clear of me. What do you mean? I asked. I'm here and waiting. I said run, fool. Go on, I set you free. Join the others and race down to the water. Let not another sunset find you here, or I may change my mind and tear all your throats. Go where the nights are chill and the air clear. I will not take the life of one so humble, so kind as to see the girl inside me. But beware, time is long. I may rethink this. So look, you don't return to this country. But I just leave, she roared. I skidded backwards, raised up my hands, and then stumbled away. Moments later, I was upright and racing, back through the trees and down towards the bay. Even as I ran, the thing roared behind me. Go and be sure you never return to my land. Never again. Seek the jungle. Walk you only upon deserts that burn. for I may soon come to regret my kindness, and repent that I showed you any grace. Pray, all your gods and saints, we don't meet again, for death will come if you once see my face. I ran until I reached the church. Inside it, my trembling friends huddled there fearfully. They gasped, laughed, and uttered many hosannas. When they realized it was truly me, they demanded to know how I had got free. I told them only. The thing looked away, distracted by an odd noise in the woodlands. And while it pondered it, I ran away. I think they knew I lied. Perhaps they had heard the words the creature had yelled after me, but they were happy enough with the falsehood, if it meant I was hale, human, and free. No more did I say, but I kept each one close. And as soon as the relief ship came near, we vaulted onto it. We kept to our rooms, until, from the channel, it had pulled clear. Only when we were at last on the high seas did I become convinced we'd live the day. The sailors said we'd a queer look about us, but they settled when we joined them to pray to Christ the King. We heard the old chaplain preach many a day, but in the dark night, I prayed for the girl who had become a monster, infected by love 'neath a silver sky. In 3 months, we were once again in England. I live in a village, warm and cozy, but I bar my door each night, because I still feel the monster waiting beyond the sea. Subscribe to become a delicious darling. Okay, did you see that ending coming? I didn't, if I'm honest, but I'm happy that the adventurers made it safely home. What did you think of the poem? Did you enjoy it? From what I can see, many of you who watch this channel haven't yet subscribed. If you hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell, it would mean an awful lot to me and the channel. And, of course, if you do, you will become an official delicious darling and part of our happy little family. Okay, I am off to work on your poem for next week. A panth will also be waiting for me. I have promised him some catnip treats for being such a wonderful companion. Have a wonderful evening. Keep safe and cozy. Hug your family and pets. And sleep well, my delicious darlings.